It has been 194 days since I started investing in Vanguard's VGT. And in today's video, we're going to be going through how that investment has been performing for me. Guys, this is the third index fund that I added to this portfolio that I started building out right here on this channel nearly 2 years ago. The reason that I added VGT is because I wanted to invest in an aggressive growth index fund that focused on IT related companies, and VGT was the fund that I selected. Now, just to be clear, when I talk about 194 days since I started investing in this position, it is 194 stock trading days. So that doesn't include weekends or holidays whenever the market is closed. And I'm not worried about making those days up. So I'm only focusing on investing in these positions when the market is open. We have seen a lot of movement in the markets over the last few months with a lot of things that's been going on around the world, especially here in the US. Now that the government is open, we are now in December of 2025, and the latest news that we're waiting on is to see if the Fed is going to cut interest rates one last time before 2026. If the Fed decides to cut rates by at least another 25 basis points, we could expect to see the market react favorably to that move. And if they decline to reduce rates, then you'll see the market react negatively. But you know the motto on the channel, it's invest and chill. So we're not worried about any of those outside factors, and it's not going to impact our goal of investing every single day into our accounts. All right, now let's take a look at how my investment in VGT has been performing for me over the last 194 days. So if you take a look to the top left corner of my screen here, I have an open P&L of $348.72, and I'm up 18.06% since I started investing in this position back in March of 2025. Now, this has been one of the best performing investments in my portfolio. I do believe that my investment in Vanguard VOO is right up there with that 18 to 19%. So both of these funds have been performing extremely well for me. Now, if you take a look to the right, you'll see I have a daily P&L of $7.40, and I'm up 0.33% on the day. And then if we take a look right below that, I have a total market value of $2,280.05, and I have a total cost of $1,931.33, and I have an average price that I was able to purchase my investment in VGT is $649.81. And if you take a look right below that, I have a quantity of 2.972, so almost 3 full shares of VGT. And this investment makes up 28.33% of my portfolio. And the last price that I was able to purchase VGT at was $767.14. All right, so let's flip over to this screen right here. And what you're gonna see is that as of this recording, the last price that VGT traded at was $767.14. And if you take a look to the top right corner, you'll see that VGT had a high today of $772.17 and the low of $764.50. So there has been a lot of news in the market today with the news that Netflix has won the bid to acquire Warner Brothers. And I do believe that that's impacting our pricing here just a little bit. Once that deal was announced, Netflix pricing went down a little bit, and it looks like it's trying to recover. So that is also going to impact the high and low that we see on the day within this fund. And then if you take a look to the first column here, you'll see that we opened at $767.41. And then to the right of that, we have a 52-week high. So this is the highest price that VGT has traded at over the last rolling 12-month period of $806.99. And if you take a look below that, you'll see we have a 52-week low of $449.99. And that is the lowest price that this position has traded at in the last rolling 12-month period. All right, so now we're gonna take a look at a monthly candlestick chart for VGT. I like showing you guys these charts because it illustrates the movement in these positions as we kind of take a look at them. When I'm interested in investing in a new index fund, or if I'm looking to invest in an individual stock, I'll generally start taking a look at a 1-year candlestick chart, and then I'll work my way down. But for the purposes of these update videos, I like to show you guys these on a monthly basis so you can see the movement over the past few months within these positions. And as you can see, we do have that high there of $806.99. And then of course we had a pullback, and this past month, it looks like it's trying to rally back. Not sure if it's going to make it back up to that $807 mark, but this position continues to move to the upside as companies such as Meta, Nvidia, Palantir, Google, and Amazon continue to hit all-time highs in their positions and maintain their current pricing. Then we're also going to see that reflected in the pricing of this fund. Now let's take a look at some of the past performance of VGT. I really like investing in this fund because it is an extremely aggressive fund that focuses on IT related companies. And I'm an aggressive investor, especially at the age that I'm at now. I still have plenty of time if the market does pull back for it to recover. And these aggressive funds give you the best opportunity at overall gains. Now, as I get older, I'll start to roll these investments into more conservative investments. But for right now, I'm sticking with my aggressive approach. And as you can see, since this fund's inception, we've had a tremendous amount of movement to the upside since this fund's inception. But we'll take a look over the past 5 years, 131% 5 years ago, almost 132%. And then a year ago, we're up about 19%, 19.25%. Over the last 6 months, we're up almost 23%. Over the last month, the performance in this fund has turned red. Now, the overall market has seen a minor pullback, and it continues to try to rally from that pullback. And what I've observed over the past few pullbacks is that they seem to get more shallow with every single time that it happens, meaning it'll pull back, but it doesn't go back as far as it did the previous time. We bounce back up into a small band and we stay there for a little while until it decides which direction that the market is going to go. So I'm curious to see what's going to happen with VGT as we head into 2026. I'm not going to be upset if we see some more movement to the downside in this position, because it's going to give me an opportunity to bring my average cost down of this investment. VGT does offer a dividend, but it's not very much. I'm not worried about this investment for its dividend play. That's why I have SCHD. And my overall dividends that I've received since I started investing in March of this year is less than $5. All right, guys, so I'm up around 18% in my investment in Vanguard's VGT. And right now, I'm very satisfied with how that investment is going. Now, we always talk about invest and chill on this channel, and that's exactly what I've done. I'm up 18% and I haven't even done anything. It's set up to auto invest. And I just went in to take a look at this as I'm making this recording for you guys. So I don't even really check this. I get an email letting me know that that daily transaction has been made. And I just don't even worry about going in there and checking it out, because I know that it's just going to do its thing. Now, there may be people that decide that investing daily is not for them, and that's completely fine. I didn't start this challenge for people to start investing daily. I wanted to just show people that it could be done with small amounts. So if you don't want to invest daily and you want to invest weekly, for example, and you don't want to set it up to auto invest for you, that's completely fine. I'm using Webull for my investment in this portfolio. I'm using Robinhood for my investment in crypto. And I also have been taking a look at Moomoo. I haven't made any investments in that yet, but I will in the future, especially if we start investing in single stocks in this challenge. I may start utilizing Moomoo for that, and I may not do it daily. I may do that weekly or every 2 weeks, just so we can switch up the cadence for each of the investments that I have, so you can get a good understanding of what each investing interval looks like. And lastly, guys, if you didn't catch this on my last video update, I'm starting a new $5 investment challenge starting on January 1st of 2026. I'm going to be investing in Vanguard's VTI. I'm investing in VTI because it'll give me wide exposure across the entire US stock market. It includes every single stock on the US stock exchange is in that fund. So that's what I'm going to be investing in starting in January 1st of 2026. Drop a comment down below. Let me know, are you going to jump into that challenge? And if so, what are you going to be investing in? And if you're also investing in an aggressive growth index fund, but it's not VGT, drop a comment down below. Let me know what you're investing in and let me know how that investment is going.